energy. Then what is energy? Why we need energy? Energy is an important factor for the development process. Okay, without energy it's not possible to use any machineries or like that items. Okay, means for producing anything we need energy. The process of economic development depends on energy only, because energy is essential to productive activities such as industries, agriculture and other allied activities. Then for household purpose, then heating, cooking, for all this purpose we need energy. Okay. This energy we can classify into two. There are commercial and non-commercial source of energy. Commercial source of energy are coal, petroleum, electricity. Then especially this coal, they are bought and sold. Okay, these sources are generally exhaustible, and with the exception of hydropower. Okay, then non-commercial energies are there: fuel wood, then dried dung, then agricultural waste. These things we can call as non-commercial energies. Okay, then now we can go through types of energy. Then two types are there: conventional energy and non-conventional energy. Okay, then conventional energy means commercial type of energy and non-commercial type of energy. Non-conventional energy means solar energy, wind energy, tidal power. These energies are called as non-conventional source of energy. Okay, now we can go through different types of source of energy. Then this conventional type of energy we can classify into two: commercial source and non-commercial source. Okay, this one, commercial source, we can classify into, we can divide into coal, petroleum, then natural gas, electricity, thermal power, hydropower, then nuclear power. Then non-commercial, firewood, agricultural waste, dry dung. These are the non-commercial. Then non-conventional energies means solar energy, biogas or biomass energy, then urban wastes and tidal power, wind power. These are the various type of energy. Here you can see a pie diagram. In this one, natural gas, coal, 24.7% is natural gas, coal 20.92, nuclear it is 8.84, and petroleum it is 37.33. Okay, then what is, first we can go through biomass energy. It comes from plants and is a rich sources of carbon and hydrogen. Fast growing plants such as switchgrass and some means especially like from trees and from power crops. These waste we are calling as biomass waste, including forest residues and paper, all this paper mill waste, all this coming under the biomass energy. Okay, then what is solar energy? It is the power from the sun. It is especially we know from sun we are getting light, heat, everything. Okay, this sunlight we can convert into energy. Okay, sunlight has been used by humans for drying crops and heating water and buildings. For like that we can use that energy. And this technology is, we are calling this technology as photovoltaic, and which turns sunlight directly into electricity. Okay, means solar energy. We are normally in some houses and some companies or some industries, they are using solar energy. Okay, if you are taking our airport, Bangalore airport, they are using this solar energy. Okay, then next one, wind power. It is another ancient energy source that has moved into the modern era. Advanced dynamic research has developed wind turbines that can produce electricity at lower cost than power from polluting coal plants. Okay, then different types of energies are there. Wind power is there, then thermal power is there, then hydroelectric power is there. Then hydro, it uses force of moving water to produce electricity. Okay, then these are the different types of energy. Then from coal, it is the largest source of fuel for electricity production. We know earlier we were using this coal we were using for lot of things. Largest source of environmental, actually this one making pollution also. Okay, then oil, we know different petroleum product we are using, petrol, diesel, like that different products we are using. Then natural gas, we are using different types of natural gas and fossil fuel, these things we are using. Energy is a source of energy, is a natural resource which cannot be produced, grown or generated or used on a scale which can sustain its consumption rate. Okay, also consider it as a non-renewable disaster. Okay, means like such as petroleum, diesel, gas, LPG, like that item we are using more. Okay, and certain occurs by natural process such as anaerobic decomposition of buried dead organism. Normally, like dead organism and plants, we are making these fossil fuels. Okay, the fossil fuels which contain high percentage of carbon includes coal, petroleum and natural gas. Here you can see the solar energy, how it's producing. Then here you can see windmill, another source of generating power. Then in this table you can see the trends in share of commercial energy consumption. Here household, it is 10, 1953, 54, but in 2017-18 it is 24, agriculture it is 18, industries it is 42, and transport it is 1, and others it is 15. With the rapid rate of economic growth, there is increase in use of energy also there. Okay, then power, electricity, the most visible form is power or electricity is one of the major source of commercial and non-commercial energy. Okay, which is often identified with the progress in modern civilization. Demand of power in India generally higher than the GDP growth per annum. Means in India demand for power is more. Okay, in India in 2018 thermal sources accounted 82% and hydel power accounted 88.5% and nuclear power 2.5%. India's energy policy encourages 3 energy sources: solar, hydel and wind. Okay, then atomic energy is an important source of electric power. In this picture you can see the different sources of electricity generated in India 2016. Okay, it's near to 82% is thermal power and near to 8.5% is hydropower and 2.5% nuclear and 7% renewable energy. Okay, this is the source of data. Okay, then India's energy policies encourage to 2 energy sources, namely hydel and wind power. Okay, hydel and wind power accounted nearly, we saw hydropower it is 8.5 percentage, and thermal power it is 82 percentage. Okay, then we need to improve this energy generation, we need to improve, otherwise it will affect our industrial growth and sustainable development. Okay, then what are the challenges in power sector? Electricity generated various power station is not consumed entirely by ultimate consumers. Okay, while transmitting power, a portion is lost in transmission. We know when normally, actually April May time, normally every state will buy electricity from central government or other states. Okay, like that, its power means power supply is not enough. Okay, then automatically what we are doing, we will buy from another states or another sources. Okay, then some of the challenges in India power sectors faces today are: India's installed capacity to generate electricity is not sufficient to feed high economic growth. Okay, if we want high economic growth, we need to produce more power supply, or we know like this energy sources. Okay, then especially as per the 2011 census shows that rural India only 67.2% households have an electricity connection, and rest of the people still use kerosene. Okay, about 90% of rural households use biofuels for cooking, and 24.3% rural households use tap water. Okay, then access to improved facilities like power supply, then sanitation, irrigation, drinking facilities are very less still in rural areas. Okay, then now it's very essential for India to give more priority to its infrastructure investment. Okay, industrial progress depends on the development of power. Then power distribution, the case of Delhi, since independence, power management in the national capital has changed hands four times. The Delhi State Electricity Board was set up in 1951. This was succeeded by the Delhi Electricity Supply Undertaking in 1958. The Delhi Vidyut Board came into existence as SEB, State Electricity Board. Okay, in February 1997. Now the distribution of electricity with two leading private sector companies, Reliance Energy Limited, Rajdhani Power Limited, and BSES, Yamuna Power Limited, and Tata Power Limited. The supply of power to approximately 46 lakh customers in Delhi. The tariff structure and other regulatory issues are monitored by the Delhi Electricity Regulatory Commission. Though it was expected that there will be greater improvement in power distribution, because it given to private sector, automatically competition is there, automatically in case of price and everything, competition is there, then consumers will get benefit in major way. Some experience shows unsatisfactory result also. Okay, then power supply is an important, electricity generation an important factor for economic development. Similarly, agriculture too depends on the adequate irrigation facilities. If suitable attention is not paid not paid to the development of infrastructure, it will affect the development of the country. Okay, thus continued economic growth and population growth are driving the demand for energy faster than what India producing currently. Then India is in demand for more power or electricity supply Then more public investment and better research and development is research or development efforts, exploration of technological innovations, then these are required in this area. Okay, instead of investing in the power sector by adding installed capacity, the government has gone for privatization of power sector, particularly distribution, and allowed much higher prices of electricity that have impacted certain sectors very badly. Okay, then it is very important factor. Electricity supply is an important factor.